Night is on May 2nd, the welterweight showdown in Las Vegas. From the 1-800 Call Sam Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
The following is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of us, the panel, Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi with Capital. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, work family.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Fantastic out
Wonderful.
there. Not too bad of a day.
So I think last week at this point in time, we looked out the window. It was cold. It was snowy. It was nasty. And then we had the declaration. You remember the declaration, Harvey?
That we're definitely, it's winter?
No, that interest rates were going up.
Oh, man, Harry, you were on the ball on that one.
How does that happen? We had a volatile week. Interest rates had a volatile week. The Fed came out and they said basically, they minced their words and said they don't think they're going to do anything right this second, but then they left the door open. It sent the interest rate market into a frenzy. We had several reprices all during the week. It was a volatile, which when there's volatility in the market like that, it can only mean one thing to me. And that we know that interest rates are starting to go up. So we locked a lot of loans. We had a lot of calls. We had a lot of applications taking place. And the declaration is that they're going up. They're not going down. They're not going down to zero. And if you've been hanging on, right, Alex, you've been hanging on to that eighth in rate to get, I've got to get an eighth lower in rate. Wrong. You missed the opportunity to get an eighth lower because it went up. It went up over a quarter. So you just cost yourself 3/8.
It's about 90 seconds till my father texts me and says, I can't believe you guys are arguing about interest rates right now.
Well, we're not arguing. We're informing. Paul knows we're informing.
We're informing. Broska knows we're informing about interest rates because he's going to tell me that at the first house he bought on land contract in 1978,
right,
at 9%, and he thought he was stealing. Do you really care if it's 3.99 or 4.25, 4.5?
But there are people out there that they're not happy. They're not happy with 3 3/4 on a 30-year fixed. On a 30 years, that means you're locked in for 30 years at 3 3/4. They're going to fight you to get 3 5/8.
There are people that send food back 7 times at the restaurant.
No, those are those people. You're absolutely right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you do for some of these people. Some of the most least appreciative people are the ones you work the hardest for.
They're the ones that have 25 items in the 15-line checkout lane.
Yeah.
It's another,
what they do.
Harry, definitely another great reminder as we consider ourselves experts in the industry, 23, 24 years, whatever that expert word means. It tells you this. There's no warning that goes out to us, and we're in their office every day. There's no warning. The rates are going to go up. It's going to happen, I don't know, tomorrow, the next day. It's going to happen, and there's no warning.
But here, we can't emphasize this, and if you go back to the tape, which I listen to the tape of every show, I try to better myself all the time. If you go back to the tape, there are people out there that are going to blame you, Harvey and Alex, for interest rates going up. So on Monday, when you quoted them 3 5/8, 3 3/4, then Tuesday the volatility, Wednesday comes around, they finally called you back on Thursday, and you told them that it's 3 7/8 or 4%. They're yelling at you.
Right, as they're Googling the mortgage HUD or
It's
lowest interest rates.
People out there, it's like a stock. You go into the market, you buy it, and you buy it whatever the current market rate is that day. It goes up. You have to pay the higher rate. That's just the way it is.
Hey, we're going to take your calls all morning long. It's the Mortgage Real Estate Show, again, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us here live in the studio at 248-539-9797. Always at Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You'll save money, get educated. We're going to be talking about education if you're out there trying to buy a house this year. Definitely, Harry, you said a volatility in the marketplace. I mean, it's been a slow start on the stock market, but things are definitely getting on track. Yesterday, the market finished up 155 points ahead, finishing at 18,140. The Greek deal didn't help the mortgage rate world, that's for sure. And it's going to dictate these global things that are going on over there with Greece and Europe and the Eurozone and all that is definitely going to dictate what goes on in the next 12 months. It's an extremely volatile market. I could barely say the word, but that's what it is. It's just going to go up, and that's the end of it. Rates aren't going to go up necessarily 2%, Alex. They're not talking about, oh, it's over and you're not. No, they're going to trickle up a little bit as the economy improves here locally. And again, we are seeing better things, and eventually they're just going to move that Fed funds rate up.
I think the biggest issue is going to be buying power from a purchase standpoint. Obviously buying a house, at 4% on a 30-year fixed versus 5% is, it gives you an extra, $50,000 in buying power to get you to qualify. I mean, and that, that's the mortgage lingo. I personally think, when my clients say, how much house can I afford? I say, I don't know. How much house can you afford? I have no idea. It's up to you personally. I mean, like me personally, I mean, I like to go on vacation. I play, a ton of golf. I like to go out to eat all the time. I don't need a $3,000 a month house payment. I just don't care. I don't need that. I don't need a huge house. I want to be able to go out and hang out with you guys and play golf and go on vacation. I don't need that, man.
We talk about $40 or $80. We've been saving at the pumps with the lower gas prices. And in the mortgage world, same thing. On each 0.125, each 8% on $100,000 is $8. So on $100,000 loans, if it moves up in a 0.5%, you're looking at $40 more increased principal and interest payment. Again, on a $200,000 loan, it's about $80 more if the rates will move up a 0.5%. It's not going to make or break you, but it does help. That extra $80, that extra $40 now helps. Everything helps a little bit. So definitely ways to save money out there. Take advantage while these mortgage interest rates are still at all-time lows. I mean, definitely congratulations to all the buyers out there who have purchased a home in the last 6 to 7 years. It's because of you that the market is really moving in the right direction.
Well, and they got tremendous deals on it too, Harvey. Don't forget the rates. It's like you said, Alex, forget about the rates. Let's talk about property values.
Right.
Property values are going to start coming up in the spring and summer. They were up last spring and summer. They fell a little bit in the fall and the winter. And there's an article that came out that, people go on Zillow, and they love Zillow. And Zillow is maybe the first or second or third place you go just for information only. But it is not reliable when it comes to your home value. And there was an article printed, I don't know if you saw that, the inaccuracies of Zillow's, what they call their Zestimates. Okay, a source of conflict over home values and home prices.
When I saw this.
So the bottom line is this, is that you can go on there and you can check these things out. And when you call us up, you say, hey, listen, Zillow has my house listed at $350,000. Well, great for Zillow, but we still have to go out and do a full-blown appraisal and hire an independent, licensed, bonded, insured appraiser to go out and get the value. And if homes have sold in your market for $300,000, $350,000, then you're going to come out at $300,000, $350,000. If they sold for $270,000, it's going to come out at $270,000. That's just the way it is.
Zillow's the Tinder of real estate.
Zillow is the Tinder of real estate. Don't you love that?
She said she was 5'5" and 110, and I don't know.
Well, that's it. And also,
it was a little bit off. I don't know. It's crazy.
And speaking of accurate versus inaccurate information, with rates being so low, you have all the scam artists, and you're getting all the emails. And I'm holding in my hand 5 letters just received this week.
Do those come to your house?
Wait, watch this. 3 at my house and 1 at the office. Do you know what the office I'm approved to get on our building?
And you get a residential mortgage.
They think it's a residence.
What can we get in your building?
I've got a check here for $110,000. I don't even know what to do with it.
That's outstanding.
So you're going to get all these crazy email. You're going to get all these letters in the mail. And by the way, the CFPB fined 3 lenders for implying a government affiliation on their mass mailer. They put the eagle on there.
The eagle
and then
over the American flag.
Right. So the CFPB fined 3 lenders for doing that. It's right here.
And that's
nothing changes. The frauds are out there.
Nothing
changes. I've told my clients, and we've sent out a bunch of mass emails to our current client base that says, guys, a mortgage, it's publicly recorded. So what they do, what these scam people do is they'll put. They see you got your loan through Capital Mortgage Funding. So they'll put Capital Mortgage Funding.
They'll put regarding Capital Mortgage Funding
in the upper right-hand side, looks like it's from us. And then it's got the eagle over the American flag, flapping its wings. And then in the smallest print ever,
not affiliated with Capital
Mortgage Funding or the government. And it's a total scam.
Worse than that is if you call, you talk to someone on the other end who really is incapable of answering anything.
We've even had people tell us, our clients are very loyal. They tell us, they call us, and they inform us. They've even told us that people will call them on the phone and say they work for Capital Mortgage Funding.
Dude, I just sent you that email.
Right. Well, if you work for Capital Mortgage Funding, how come I'm not talking to my guy? Okay. How come my person's not calling me? But we get it happens all the time. And you have to deal with the people that you're comfortable with, that you have a relationship with, that are known entities, that have a great reputation, that are solid. And solid companies don't send out mass emails that look funky. Trust me.
It's like I said. I don't know if you were on the email or not. It's like I said. If there's a van that pulls up in front of my house and there's an airbrushed desert scene on the side with a wolf howling,
you're buying the speakers.
I love that visual.
Howling at the moon, and the guy's like, "Hey, Nafusi, Get in the van. There's free beer. Come here. Get in the van. Come on, I got free beer for you.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in that van, man.
Free beer sounds good, but you're not getting in the van.
Good, but I'm not getting in that van with the bubble windows and the desert scene on the
It's
side.
9/11. We'd like to hear from you this morning. 248-539-9797. Purchases continue throughout Southeast Michigan. Actually, it seems like we're just sort of skipping over the wintertime. When we come back, we're going to talk about the home buying market, all different ways to save money and refinancing. Keep it here.
For blizzards, for ice patches, for sleet, 4MATIC. While winter weather may keep some vehicles off the road, Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC is a pioneer in all-wheel drive technology. Created to keep you on track and in control, 4MATIC gives you exceptional handling on even the iciest roads. 4MATIC constantly monitors for the first sign of wheel slip and will redistribute the engine's torque to the wheels that need it most. It's the best course of action against the worst winter weather. Now on more Mercedes-Benz models than ever before. Get the 2015 ML350 4MATIC at 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months, or lease one for $599 a month for 36 months with $5,393 due at signing.
Monthly lease payment and APR are available only to qualified customers exclusively through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services and participating dealers through March 2nd, 2015. Call 1-800-344-8736 for details about costs and terms.
Visit your local Detroit area Mercedes-Benz dealer or MBUSA.com.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Can you purchase anything today that costs less than $1? Even dime stores are now dollar stores. But SelectQuote may be able to help you get life insurance for less than $1 a day. How do we do it? By comparison shopping highly rated insurance companies, SelectQuote agents can help you buy peace of mind for under $1 a day. That's how it worked for Alec, a healthy 38-year-old father of two who got a 10-year, $500,000 policy through SelectQuote for under $21 a month. I'm Nick Soboleski, a SelectQuote agent. Visit us at SelectQuote.com or call now to discover yes, you can get life insurance that meets your needs at an affordable rate.
For your free quote, call 1-800-600-9538. That's 1-800-600-9538. 1-800-600-9538. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save. Get full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Isn't it interesting how everyone claims to be number one? Well, we actually are number one, and I can and will back up my stats. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. In 2014, I sold more homes in Southeast Michigan than any other agent. In fact, over 700 delighted homeowners either bought or sold a home with our company. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, my name's Dennis Hopkins. When I needed to sell my home quickly in the Brighton area, Jeff was the first man I thought of. They left no detail unturned, and they sold my house in one day for full asking price.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Not only do they sell the most, Jeff Glover and his team have more positive reviews on Zillow than any other realtor in the state. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855-JEFFSELLS.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
What can Family Feud do to a marriage? Feud can bring a man and woman closer together. The feud can add excitement and romance. I got something for you right here, baby. And sometimes cause a little bit of trouble. What does your husband do when he runs out of clean underwear?
He wears a pair of mine.
Feel the love and watch the feud.
Family Feud with host Steve Harvey.
Catch an all-new Family Feud Monday at 7 and 7:30 on CBS 62.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
CBS Primetime is brought to you locally by the Nutrimost Fat Loss System. The couple, the cult, the murder.
What newlywed commits suicide by herself in a lake?
48 Hours, tonight on CBS.
Your teams, your life, your sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
All righty, welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Boy, the whole staff is there today. I got Diane, and we even got Marianne down in Georgia. So if you're online listening to us, streaming us, we can do your mortgage anywhere in the country. Just be sure to give us a call. Again, 1-800, the best mortgage banker. It's 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's easy enough. We've got a call to start things off this morning out in Fenton. We got Ron. Hey, Ron, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you this morning?
Good morning,
What's
up, partner?
Here's what I got. I have a property in probate that's coming out. I have the executor who wants to quit claim it to us. Okay? It's been sitting there. We've been paying on, it's an equity loan, or whatever you want to call it, on the property. The property is at $62,000 right now. Our fear is, or we're getting conflicting stories, is once they quit claim it to us, is the financial institution going to turn around and say, okay, you have to throw a mortgage at this thing?
Wait a minute. So
why would you throw a mortgage at
it? So you're living there now, and you want the property in your name, correct?
We're going to be moving into it. We're using it as a rental property.
Okay, so but there's a $60,000 lien on it right now from a home equity loan that somebody took out?
That's correct. The deceased.
Okay, so so the decedent took it out, and that's it. So they're going to wonder, okay, so you took it over. Is that going to be cleared out in probate? Are you going to get a release of lien on that?
That's the whole thing. We've got the executor saying I can quit claim this property to you guys.
You can quit claim anything you want. You still owe the money, though.
Right. See, you can be quit claimed if it goes through probate and you get quit claimed on the property, however that takes place. Does all the liens and responsibilities of everything on that title go to you, or is somebody during the probate process going to go ahead and clear that for you? That's the question you have to ask.
Okay.
So if it's not your timeout, did you take out the home equity loan? The answer is no. Okay, so you don't want that on the title. You've got to get that cleared off. Why would you want to assume that property with liens on the title?
We wouldn't want to.
Right.
How much is it? Ron, how much is it worth, the property?
Right around 90 to 95.
So you're really if there's $60,000 in liens out there, you're basically let's just say for the sake of easy math on a Saturday morning that you got $30,000 in built-in equity right out the gate. You still have to make sure that $60,000 is either cleared off title or you have to assume the responsibility of that lien.
Right. You're going to make sure you're going to want to talk to an attorney, talk to a real estate attorney, talk to a probate attorney, and find out. Is that going to travel with the property to you?
Right. And we have no problem with if it comes with us, if it just stays at that current rate.
Well, you'd have to look at the note. Yeah, you'd have a lot of due diligence in front of you.
The note's not transferable. I mean, there's no way. It's not assignable.
Okay.
Look, it's a home equity loan.
Yeah, you're going to have to qualify for a loan on your own. But you've got some homework to do, my man.
That's what I thought.
So we can give you, off the air, we can give you a name of a couple real estate attorneys. I've got a couple, and we'll
absolutely.
All right, you got it.
All right, that's a good enough call.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron. Again, that's a great call, actually, because, again, he's not 100% sure, and there's a lot of families out there that get involved in these type of things. There is some due diligence up front. You got to get your ducks in a row.
There are a lot of moving parts in that transaction. It just doesn't happen 1, 2, 3 that easy.
Well, he said someone was deceased and left him the house, so it might have been a relative, which is, that's fine. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to make sure that you have free and clear title, or you assume the responsibility of that lien. Well, the easiest way to do that is just to do a simple refinance and take it out of the deceased's name, put it into his name, and then pay that $60,000 off.
Yeah, but if I'm the lender, what happens to that? Am I going to want to lien the estate?
No, because we're going to pay it off. If we refinance it and pay it off.
If he says, fine, I'll pay the $60,000, but he's getting a house. Okay, so what you're saying is getting a $95,000 house for $60,000.
Right.
But then he's got to take a mortgage out, pay it
for
off.
$60,000. You're still going to, you're still going to.
I think there are a lot of moving parts there.
I think we're going to be able to fix them up.
A lot of action.
A lot of action going on.
This is what I do.
248-539-9797. We want to hear from you this morning. Yes, we are consistently closing purchases in 30 days.
This is why I get home from work and I put an ice pack on my chest.
Wait, I can't wait to hear from all my attorney friends giving me advice. They're going to start. They're going to start. That's why I don't give advice on there. There's just one guy in particular. Always text me, email. Harry, you said this wrong. You said that wrong. Yeah, you do. I go, bro, I don't give legal advice on the radio. And you're too chicken to come on the radio because you're inarticulate because you never talk in front of people because all you do is research. What do you think about that?
Hey,
he's going to text you about 2
I'm going to throw this out there.
He's not a litigator. He can't be an orator in front of people. So anyway,
that one particular guy.
Yeah, this one guy. He sat behind a desk his whole life. It's all good.
And here come the texts.
There
they go.
As I was saying,
Agent at lowrateonline.com.
Here they
Send
come.
it to me.
Hey, you want your purchase closed in 30 days? Give Capital Mortgage a call. We'll get your ducks in a row really quickly. Again, most transactions are still closing between 30 and 40 days. There's so many moving parts in everyone's transactions nowadays. If you're buying a condominium, there's an association out there. And these people at the association have to fill out paperwork. They've got to get the master insurance policy over to us. There's just so many pieces of a mortgage as the mortgage world changed, 7 years ago, consistently making changes to improve. But again, making sure that your neighbors are not buying houses that they can't afford and that they're not taking care of the property. So again, give us a call for the education you're going to need to make your process go smooth and easy. I was at real estate office yesterday. The one guy there tells me, he goes, this one guy I'm in business who can't get a loan done, they don't close purchases till 7 or 8 weeks. So definitely call Capital Mortgage if you're out there.
30 days on purchases max.
Usually, yeah.
I love the realtors you mentioned at a real estate office the other day. I love the realtors that we're friends with that we do business with, whether it's Nicole or Dubensky or Josh Taylor or whomever. They know how it works, and I have this transaction, and the guy's buying a house. It's a HUD house and this and that, and I can tell the listing agent Harry it's completely oblivious. They won't take an FHA loan, but they'll take an FHA 203K loan. I'm like, you understand that they're both. It's both the same.
Yeah, we write the checks and lawyer checks. Yeah, it's the same money.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how I finance my client's property.
Right.
So I'm telling the guy, I'm like, dude, I got to get a jump on this because of course there's it's $50 a day every day I don't close after this, and they're going back and forth over $1,000.
Alex, that's just an inexperienced agent. But I will say this too. Sometimes we rail on realtors, but actually they really have a difficult job. All right, they don't get paid until a house closes, so that's why there's some of that angst.
Neither do we.
And I understand that, but how about this? You're not taking people out in minus 10-degree weather and traipsing through 30,
I don't
40
go in
houses.
minus 10-degree weather. Bring my laptop home.
There's a great article. If you took a look at the Journal yesterday or the day before, they go ahead and they chronicle the life of a real estate agent.
Oh,
and you know what?
Oh, yeah, I just saw it, yeah.
Hey, they're laying out their own money. It's a commission job only. If you really look at it, they're laying everything out on the line. And I don't defend them. I'm just saying it's not an easy job. It's a really hard job.
Nothing's easy.
Hey, if you're good at it, nothing's easy. You got to practice. You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of good realtors out there. There really, really are. In the same breath, there are a lot of really bad realtors out there too.
Yeah, but there are bad mortgage people out there too, right?
That's where I was going. There's bad doctors, there's bad attorneys, there's bad everything out there. You just have to make sure you get in bed with the right people.
Well, look, I got an appraisal back yesterday, and I don't know why the listing agent.
Probably not the greatest analogy.
I don't want to throw this out there, but I'll say I don't know why the listing agent took an FHA appraisal and couldn't tell the homeowner, or an FHA agreement, and couldn't tell the homeowners to buy a can of paint and paint the peeling paint that's in like 6 or 7 different locations of the house. I mean, an appraiser walks in there and sees it in 7 different locations. A simple can of paint, $30, $50 painted, no problem. Now we got to send inspections back out there. There are delays in closing. Again, getting more professional people involved in your transaction is going to make your life easy. And I'll tell you, the purchase business has been gangbusters. I mean, sure, these frigid low temperatures aren't nice, Harry, but we haven't had that crippling snow that they're getting elsewhere and that we got last year. I mean, to me, hey, the roads are dry. It's a little cold out there, not bad. And definitely, there's a whole bunch of people out there. If you have a house between 80 and 150,000, man, oh man, there are buyers everywhere to purchase those homes. So be sure if you're considering purchasing a house or maybe even selling your home this year, give us a phone call here. We'll set you up with all the great real estate agents that will show you how to get things done and probably save you some time and money. 248-539-9797. Want to hear from all of you?
We just got an email here. It's actually a great question. Good morning, great show. The question I have is in reference to my credit check when you apply for mortgage. My credit history is great, no late payments, etc. However, my wife recently added me as an authorized user to her credit card, which does have a late payment history. Recently, I did a credit check which showed a late payment history which obviously is as a result of having been an authorized user on her card. Will that have an effect on me obtaining a mortgage? Any advice? If you add, so his question is, his wife added him to her credit card, which has a late payment on there. It's going to affect your credit score. Absolutely.
Yeah. And why would you do that? I mean,
why? He didn't say why. I just read the email. He didn't tell me why. We're not dating. I just,
Right. No, absolutely. Those things do happen.
But it's a good question. His wife, he added himself to his wife's credit card, which has late payments. It's going to affect your credit score. Absolutely, man.
All right, we're up against a little break here. When we come back, all your phone calls, 248-539-9797.
Every day in Michigan, people all over the state benefit from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan's commitment to giving back to our communities.
My name is Bill Brazier. I'm the Executive Director of St. Vincent de Paul in Detroit. Partnering with Blue Cross has really advanced the mission of our clinic. And like us, Blue Cross believes they can be part of the solution that helps bring Detroit back.
That's why Blue Cross helped St. Vincent de Paul build a free dental clinic to provide emergency dental services for those who have no insurance.
It's really about building self-esteem of the less fortunate and getting people back to work. Over 30% of Detroit residents have no access to dental care. How can you get a job and feel good about yourself if you don't have a smile?
Last year, over 85,000 people all across Michigan received health and dental services from nonprofit clinics supported by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
When you walk into our dental clinic, it's a sight to behold. It's beautiful. We couldn't have done it without Blue Cross.
A cross, a shield, a promise to make a difference. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and Blue Care Network are nonprofit corporations and independent licensees of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
I want to see a basketball game. I want to see an ice show. They'll never do both. Too expensive. Sure they will. You throw a temper tantrum, I'll throw spaghetti at dinner. Sweet.
Now you don't have to choose between one event or another.
I could also wet the bed. Classic.
When you can afford to do both.
We totally rock.
Welcome to ScoreBig.com, where you save on every ticket every day. At ScoreBig.com, pick the NBA, NHL, baseball, college, theater, family, or concert tickets you want. Choose where you want to sit and name a ticket price. Save up to 60% off box office prices, even on events you think are sold out. So next time, think big, save big, and score big at ScoreBig.com.
Never mind. Mom scored big. Said yes to both. So I wet my bed for nothing. Sorry, dude.
There's only one place to buy tickets and save up to 60% off box office prices. Go to ScoreBig.com. Click the red radio button and enter ticket for an extra $20 off. Save big at ScoreBig.com.
Are you over 25 and need to lose more than 30 pounds? If so, the next 60 seconds are crucial to your well-being because we're giving away free trials of new Garcinia Cambogia to anyone looking to lose the maximum amount of weight. To experience the most dramatic weight loss, you must be over 25 and want to lose more than 30 pounds. Call now for your free full-size trial. 1-800-500-7226. A famous doctor called Garcinia Cambogia the holy grail of weight loss, and it's no wonder why. New Garcinia Cambogia is so powerful, you can lose up to 4 pant sizes without starving yourself or spending hours at the gym. But hurry, due to overwhelming demand, there's a strict limit of 1 free trial per household. Again, if you're over 25 and need to lose more than 30 pounds, it's crucial that you write down this number for your free trial of new Garcinia Cambogia. 1-800-500-7226. 1-800-500-7226. If lines are busy, try again. 1-800-500-7226.
A lot of car dealerships offer amazing deals, but make sure you get the best at Dick Ginty Chevrolet, where you can get into the car you want at a price you'll love. Like 2015 Chevy Malibus, $147 a month. And the new 2015 Chevy Cruze, just $139 a month. And at Dick Ginty Chevrolet, we're known for giving everyone a fair shot at the car they want. That means guaranteed credit approval. No games, no gimmicks. And our customers can take part in our exclusive credit forgiveness program and get into a brand new car. Never worry about being turned away again. Get award-winning service, amazing deals, and guaranteed credit approval at Dick Ginty Chevrolet. Find new roads. Love your car. Love your price.
All leases 24 months, 10,000 miles per year, $999 due at signing, plus tax, title, license, and dock fees. Security deposit required, down payment rate, and term will vary. Must qualify for all incentives with approved credit. Offer for qualified buyers on in-stock vehicles. All applications accepted. See dealer for details.
You'll find Walsh alumni in every Fortune 500 company in Michigan, providing the kind of thought leadership that transforms how business gets done. Spring classes start April 3rd. Walsh College, where business is turning.
Looking for fries that are a cut above the rest? Try Bagger Dave's Fresh Cut Potato Fries. Fresh cut, like this, when you order, not frozen. And the fries are gluten-free and trans-fat-free. Bagger Dave's. Different kinds of burgers, different kinds of beer.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by the home sales team at JeffGloverSells.com. Pistons beating the Bulls 191. Andre Drummond 18 points, 20 rebounds. Greg Monroe, Caron Butler 20 points each. Spencer Dinwiddie career high. The rookie 12 points, 9 assists. First NBA start. Red Wings on the road at Dallas tonight 7:40 right here on The Ticket. College hockey last night. Ohio State over Michigan 5-3. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. It's happening May 2nd. Welterweight showdown. Title unification bout in Las Vegas. From the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
97.1. Push the sports button.
97.1 The
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. There's Harry Glanz, Alex Nafus, if you want to call and like to hear from you.
If, God forbid, the microphones are left on during a break, we would
Might
all
be a little bit of trouble here.
We would all be in trouble.
248-539-9797. We definitely want to hear from you. We offer all programs. If you're a veteran out there, get out there and give us a phone call. Again, you can do streamline refinances, cash out if you're a veteran, if you got some equity in your house. And better yet, definitely use those VA eligibility certificates and purchase your first home. It'd be a great thing for your family. FHA buyers, rural development, conventional loans. We're getting them all done. Again, those 5% down purchases, if you give us a phone call, you are going to be so happy with the process. Again, 248-539-9797. We want to hear from you. And let's go out to Mike in Dearborn. Mike, thanks for staying on the line. Go ahead, sir.
Hi there. First-time caller onto any radio show, so thank you for having me.
Well, thanks, Mike.
Good morning, Mike. The call. Thanks, man.
Good morning. So I have a general question, and I'm just kind of looking for advice. I feel like where I'm at in life financially, I might be in the opportunity to purchase a second home, like a vacation home. And my question is, in your experience, is a second home, A, good idea, and B, is it a viable solution as like a partial investment or retirement option?
So you're talking about like buying a place up north or something?
Actually, I'm looking at a place that's about an hour outside Detroit on Harson's Island. So I will be able to get some use out of it.
Yeah, Mike, I think that's a great idea, man. I mean, just, here's what you have to think of, though. I mean, when you buy a second house, it's not just the house payment you got to think of. You have homeowners insurance. You've got, cable. You've got, consumers. You've got DTE. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. Just make sure there's a big buffer there for how much it's going to cost you.
Of course, you can't homestead those taxes either, so a little bit of bump in property taxes, too. Keep that in mind.
Okay, and then is it 5% down that is the minimum for a second home?
I think it's.
And what kind of loan is that? Is that like
yeah, you got to have 10%.
It's 10.
It's 10% minimum. Is that just a standard mortgage?
It's regular old conventional 30-year fixed or whatever. I mean, you can do a different program if you want, but yeah, it's a regular old conventional mortgage. Yeah.
Okay, so you think if I can just pull it off, with looking at the whole picture, the entire property, what the monthly cost would be, it is a good option if you can get in on something.
Yeah, Mike, it's going to be a lifestyle for you, okay? So, there's principal, interest, taxes, insurance. Then you're going to furnish the place. Then you're going to have food. Then you're going to have people going up there. And then you'll probably buy a lake and a boat and just all those kind of things.
Are you a boating guy?
You have to incorporate all these things into your lifestyle, and it's a great move. If that's the lifestyle you want to have, enjoy it. Mm-hmm. You'll have that second home, that cottage, that cabin, that up north property for a very long time. And it's a lifestyle thing for you.
Are you a boating guy, Mike?
I love being on boats. I never had the opportunity to own a boat or live on the water. And I mean, I kind of picture myself to be in that realm.
You know what boat stands for, don't you? Break out another 1,000. That's what it is, man.
That's got to be from Dan Burke.
Break out another 1,000.
But Mike, here's the thing.
No, I've just watched him break out another 1,000.
Mike, here's the thing. If you buy the place on Harson's, all the people around you already have boats, so you can be like me and just use your friends' boats. It doesn't cost you a dime. So you can have the house.
I already have a couple friends up there, too. So
I think it's a good idea.
Mike, we need to qualify.
I'll call you after the show, run some numbers for you, and try to get you taken care of.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. See you, dude.
Thank you very much. Great
Later.
call. 248-539-9797. Definitely want to hear from you guys. Let's go out to Dan in Grand Blanc. Hey, how you guys doing up there in the 810? You got that one? Oh.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, Dan.
How you
What's
doing,
up?
Dan?
Good. Thank you for taking the call.
You might not
I have
say
a
that in a
question.
minute.
I'm going to be getting married, and I'm selling my home, and I'm leaving about 20 miles from where I own my current home, and I'm trying to work with a bank where it's going to be, I owe more than what I'm going to sell on, probably about $20,000-$30,000. And I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to keep my credit and work with the bank.
You can pay the loan back.
What's that?
You can pay the loan back in full.
Well, I know, but I'm just kind of in a situation where it's probably going to be a little more than what I'm able to do right now. So,
how about renting it? Rents are up all over the country, especially here in Michigan. Are you in an area that would be desirable for you to rent it and maybe break even on it, maybe wait for the equity to come back, the equity position to improve?
yeah, that's a possibility. I guess I was just wondering what the different options were other than just that, because I've brainstormed on that as well.
Well, of course, if you sell it and you don't get an agreement to do a short sale, you're not going to be able to close on a transaction. So that is going to be your first hurdle. If you can't get the bank to cooperation on a short sale, you're never going to be able to really get the place sold.
Dan, where are you going to live? You got to have a place to live, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be getting married, so I'm going to be, going to her residence, and that's why I'm selling my house.
How much did you purchase the house for when you bought the house in Grand Blanc? What was the purchase price?
That was about $205.
And what do you owe now?
And I owe $192, $194.
It's not there. Grand Blanc's a pretty solid area, man.
Yeah. It is. But right now, for what my realtors told me, we've got it listed, and they told me that it's not going to sell for the amount that I'm asking to get out of it. So
right, here's the thing: there's zero chance of you selling that house for less than you owe and keeping good credit.
Okay.
Zero chance. It's a foreclosure.
Sure.
A short sale is a foreclosure.
And
So if you want a foreclosure on your record, sell the house for less than you owe on it.
Yeah, and that's going to stay with you for a long time, too.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Very
I
good.
mean,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I would try to rent it. I would try to, do what you can do. I mean, a shorts is a foreclosure. I mean, I understand you're getting married. I mean, but dude, you can't. I mean, you borrow money from the bank, you got to pay it back. And what we've seen more and more now is those banks, they're coming back after people. I mean, you've signed a note, you're going to pay that back, and a mortgage that you've sent a commitment to. You committed to pay them back, whatever, $200,000, and they're coming after people.
Yeah, very good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, Dan.
All right,
Thanks for
man.
calling. But have a
Good
good
luck.
weekend.
Thanks for the call, Dan. Again, I'm thinking that potentially, hey, we got spring right around the corner here. Maybe values tick up a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit more action. There's definitely a shortage of homes all across Southeast Michigan. Now he's in the Grand Blanc area. I mean, again, if there's some realtors you're comfortable with, great. Maybe interview another real estate agent, get another opinion, and find out, more importantly, what rents are going for, because it's a nice thing to do is really, a lot of times, especially up there, there's hospitals up there and such. People come in and do residencies, and there's a good possibility he could throw something up there at the hospital up there in Flint and go ahead and get the place rented out.
It's certainly better renting than letting it go. Absolutely no
Well, I
question
mean, a
about
short
that.
sale, I don't care how you word it, it's a foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
You're not paying off your mortgage.
248-539-9797. Harry, one of your things going on, of course, is what's going on with appraisals. Declining home prices, improved affordability in the fourth quarter. Well, if that's the case and that's national news, that means that comparable sales in the fourth quarter, those are the comps we're using now. And right, it is going to make
happen to that?
There's some
They're gonna be
appraisal
lower.
issues.
They're going to be lower. So every day, big part of my day, and the majority of my day now is spent on looking at appraisals and rebutting appraised values. Okay, but the only way you can do that is if you have accurate information. Home sales, newer home sales. You can't go back and use a home that sold last March, April, and May to go ahead and build a case for a higher value. Right? It's all predicated on houses that have sold in your neighborhood, closest in proximity to your house, and what it's sold for, the purchase price. Not a square footage price, none of that. It's the actual purchase price. And guess what? Nobody cares that you have that man cave or that beautiful, you put the swimming pool in and all those kind of things. I mean, it only matters what the houses in your neighborhood sold for, period.
When you walk into a home and you see that gorgeous finished basement or the gorgeous finished walkout basement,
I love it.
or
I think
whatever,
it's great.
daylight windows, a lot of our friends have them in family, maybe even we have those. Hey, you don't get dollar for dollar. I know you compared it to the house down the street, and it's going to work for you, but they're not going to get that $50,000 to $80,000 more than the house down the street that doesn't have the finished basement.
And people are extremely emotional when it comes to their house, as they should be. But realistically, you have to say this: if you maxed out your house, and somebody down the street from you sold for, say, $250,000, but you think your house is worth $350,000, so if there's a house for $250,000, another one sold for $275,000, and then another one sold for $265,000, chances are your house is going to be coming in between $250,000 and $275,000. That's just the way it works.
There's no mystery. It's based on comparable sales that are extremely similar to what your house is.
Exactly.
It's really just the beginning and end of the story. 248-539-9797. Are you kidding me? Another break. Well, that's okay. We're going to come back and take all your calls. We've got some open lines. 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket.
Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth.
Make the choice. Experience the difference. The Suburban Collection.
When you think of loyalty, what springs to mind? Man's best friend, a trusted colleague, family. At Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth, Ann Arbor Road off I-275, lease loyalty is back with rewards to be reaped. Lease the 2015 Cadillac ATS 2.0T all-wheel drive standard edition for just $299 a month for 39 months with $2,600 down. Head on down the highway and byways with 2.0T turbo, all-wheel drive, heated seats, sunroof, and Bluetooth at $299 a month. Must be GMS and GM loyal. See dealer for complete details. With a 60-year tradition dedicated to you, Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth. A member of the Suburban Collection, make the choice. And at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, enjoy outstanding events throughout the year.
The Suburban Collection.
Visit SuburbanCadillacofPlymouth.com. Offer expires February 28th.
Shopping for a car? The best place to start is CarMax.com. At CarMax.com, you can compare features, prices, and more on thousands of high-quality used cars and trucks in our nationwide inventory. You can even transfer most cars to the store nearest you. A fee may apply. It's the easy way to see actual prices and tons of pictures and find the car that's perfect for you. Log on to CarMax.com and start shopping today. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
Remember when a small business needed a landline? Today, the world is your office with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. On the road, at the beach, or at home, Grasshopper helps you grow your business with all the features of a business phone system and the freedom of a cell phone. Features include multiple extensions for your team, calls forwarded to your mobile phones, voicemails transcribed and emailed, and so much more. See how it works at grasshopper.com. The entrepreneur's phone system.
Check out the great deals on quality Dakota wood products during the Menard Day sale. Save big on Dakota brand panel products, trim, molding, boards, and more. Get great storage solutions with Dakota shelving. These premium quality pre-finished shelves blend seamlessly with any decor. Available in 6 colors, a 10 by 36-inch shelf is just $3.99. Stop in today for these and many more great deals. Now during the Menard Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The Detroit Boat Show is here and bigger. More boats, more fun. The largest in 5 years. Boats for every budget and exciting new models. From cruising to fishing to water sports. See what happens when you bring 50,000 gallons of water indoors. And some of the best wakeboarders in the world. Now through Sunday the 22nd at Cobo. DetroitBoatShow.net.
You deserve it. The time is now. It's time to buy that boat.
I'm Matt, a vice president at Fidelity Investments right here in Detroit, and I'd like to invite you to explore wealth planning career opportunities in our greater Detroit area offices. Our focus is on helping our clients live the lives they want by providing customized solutions and comprehensive planning. If you have financial services or wealth planning experience, are licensed, and would like to become part of a team servicing a robust base of existing clients, it's time to redefine your career with Fidelity. Learn more and apply at branchradio.fidelitycareers.com. That's branchradio.fidelitycareers.com.
My name is Jack Partington. Max Partington is my brother who passed away from heart problems, which went undetected during his physicals, which he had during high school. I always try to share Max's story because he's the healthiest kid I've ever met, and someone who you would never have expected this to happen to. It's Max. It's just a short 30-minute test.
Help make sure every young person can have a healthy heart check. Donate to 97.1 The Ticket's Student Heart Check program. Go to cbsdetroit.com/student heart check. You could help save a life.
We always make the extra point. 97.1 The Ticket.
We're back here at 9:45. It is already February 21st, 2015. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Show. It's brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us all day at Capital at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. Also, we always take those emails. Haven't been getting many of them lately, so you email people out there. Mortgage, exactly. Mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com.
Hey, I've been getting email, though, about you, Harvey.
Yeah, it better be all good stuff, Harry. Did you know that the national foreclosure inventory is down?
Really?
34%. Would you believe it? That's right. Down to about 552,000 homes. Many clients who didn't purchase homes or are under market. I mean, these are information from CoreLogic. Basically, what does it say here? 44.6 million residential properties with positive equity. That's good news. That's definitely really good news. And about 9.4 million or 20% have less than 20% equity. We are hoping that this spring here in Southeast Michigan, with all the job opportunities, that we'll see just a little bit of appreciation. We don't need that bubble, Alex, that's good that we've had in the past, but definitely a little bit of appreciation moving forward will keep everyone moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, 2012 and 13 was a great year for appreciation on houses because rates were so low and people were buying houses and they gave them more buying power. So, obviously prices increased. When rates bumped up a little bit, people lost some of that buying power. So, they kind of came down.
Well, we're going to see what happens in this home buying season. I mean, we could be sitting here a year from now saying, hey, 2015 was another very solid home buying year. But you're right. The bubble, when there's supply and demand and people are just going to pay outrageous prices for houses because they want to get in there, that drives the price up.
Sure.
So we'll see if it's artificial or it can sustain a long run.
15 is going to be another solid year.
Yeah, I think right now
so.
It's showing that it's we're less than 2 months in and we've got a lot of purchase activity going.
Regardless of what rates do, I mean, so what? Let's just say that they go to 4.5 or 4 3/4. Oh, it's still going to be a good year. I'm just telling you.
Of course, FHA made the move back in January just recently where they decreased the monthly MIP for FHA purchases and, of course, any FHA transaction. So a little bit more affordability if you're a first-time home buyer or if you're getting back into the game. We got a lot of, they call them now boomerang buyers. Families out there that had short sales, foreclosure. You don't like it?
I don't know. I just wonder who calls them that.
We did. We just did. Boomerang. They're boomerang buyers. They're coming back. You throw it out there and they come back.
You ever thrown a boomerang?
Yeah, I have.
They come back.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did it come back to you?
Boomerangs are really cool, by the way. But hey, let's go to Scott in Detroit. He wants to talk about something. Good morning, Scott. What's going on?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
What's happening, partner?
Good morning, Scott. How you doing?
Oh, not bad, not bad. I just had a question. Back in 2005, I had a foreclosure on a house in Roseville. I'm an ex-veteran from the Gulf War back in 1990. So I was able to apply for a loan through the, to the VA or whatever that is.
Right.
And, anyways, I was married, and me and my wife ended up getting divorced, so we ended up letting the house kind of slip, and I really had no choice at the time but to kind of let it go back to the bank. But how long do they look back on that? I mean, like, within the next 2-3 years, if I was interested in maybe I work at the Home Depot now, and, if I was interested in buying a home within the next 2-3 years, I mean, how do they...
Scott, I mean, that was 10 years ago, man. It's already off your record. You can buy again for sure.
You're right,
Absolutely.
Because, I rebuilt my credit. And
as long as your credit's good, Scott, I mean, you're in good shape, man. I mean, I appreciate your service, and, I mean, I'd love to help you out, dude. I mean, you could buy, as long as your credit score is okay now, the foreclosure is a moot point. So you could buy tomorrow if you found something.
Right. Okay, all right, and I appreciate your insight on that.
No
I'm going to look
man.
more into it.
Let me call you after the show, and I'll see what I can do for you.
All right, hey, I appreciate that, man. You guys have a good day.
Thanks for the call. Hey, definitely sure beats renting out there. And if you plan on staying here for a long time, why not take a look to see if you can get back into the housing market again? There's our boomerang buyer. He's back.
You know how many tools I have from Home Depot that I haven't even opened? I'm the least handy guy in the world. I just have all these cool tools in my basement.
I actually think you are less handy than I am.
It's pretty bad. It's really bad.
All right. Earlier, what else do we got here? Refinancing to set yourself up for the future. That's not a bad idea. Cash out refinances are really happening right now. We see a lot of families paying off old debts, helping their children out, getting rid of this toxic debt that we call that you can't write the interest off.
Debt, replacing bad debt with, is any debt ever good? Well, it is good if Uncle Sam's your partner on it. You can take a little tax deduction. So mortgage interest rate deduction is still there. If you roll in your high interest credit cards, you have a mortgage, you can talk to your CPA because, I got that attorney guy out there. He's going to question me anyways. Call your CPA, and it's better than having 18% credit card debt. I'd rather have 4% mortgage debt than 18%.
And of course, this time of year here, we got a lot of families just getting ready to sit down with their CPAs. Again, maybe you owe some taxes this year. Maybe you need to refinance the house, better the interest rate, cut the term. Maybe talk to a financial advisor talking about moving your mortgage into a 15-year term. And again, there's lots of opportunities out there to save money. Get the right people in front of you.
So right now, you talked about the FHA lowering the MIP on a monthly basis, maybe doing a streamlined refi in FHA. But if you have equity, you can get into a conventional, even save more money.
Lots of things going on out there. Last year, we had some interesting things happening across the country, and we've seen homeowners insurance increase a little bit. Again, there's lots of opportunities out there to save money, so call your insurance agent.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
There was a huge flood in Royal Oak and Berkeley. I mean, it's bound. Someone's paying for that.
It was over $1 billion here in Southeast Michigan. That's what that flood in August cost us last year in this area. I mean, it's not for free, folks. I mean, they also throw in hurricanes. You got tornadoes, flooding now. How about sinkholes? I got a new one here across the country. They got sinkholes happening all over the place. So, again, these devastating effects.
There's going to be a huge class action lawsuit against that city. I'm not allegedly.
Yeah.
Six. So, if there's 10 pumps, only 6 of the 10 weren't working.
That's
allegedly. I'm not saying this. That's just from what my sources in Royal Oak tell me.
There's so many weird things still out there. I can't believe here we are in 2015, and you hear this kind of stuff, the stuff with the roads going on, where the state of Michigan, they let the road, the warranty on the roads expire before they even called up the people that did the work and said, hey, look, the roads are crumbling again. Can you get back out here? There's always these weird things going on. And again, what you can do is find out and, again, get better people in front of you. And that's what we're always pushing people to do is educate themselves, especially on this home process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or coming back for the second or third time, find out the nuances and the different things that are available now and what you can do to better yourself and set yourself up for success.
I understand when it's, negative 30 wind chill, the roads are going to, the concrete's going to crack, the road, you have to fix the roads. But why is it the same sections of the same roads being repaired every single summer?
Doesn't make sense.
I just don't get it. I don't know. I'm not a politic guy. But
I'm not a road guy either.
I'm not a construction guy, clearly. I just don't understand why it's the same section of the same road every single summer being repaired.
Rate discussion generally refers to a range of rates, and that's one of the things we want to throw out there also. We're always educating out there. When you see an interest rate advertised or you're out there, like Alex said earlier, and you're shopping lowest rate or whatever you want to do on your computer, it's not showing you all the variables. And, folks, I'm telling you, I went ahead and made a few extra calls this week. It's bizarre. It was a circus. I was so embarrassed for calling these mortgage institutions across the country.
Did you call
I thought
one?
They all went out of business. That were goofy.
One?
Oh, man, I get the worst. Then they lie.
You haven't been kicked out of the office in like a year.
I know. So. You know what? No police have been showing up, so I'm doing pretty good.
Good. I'm proud of you, Harvey.
Thank you. But again, what makes your interest rate? There's a lot of variables in there. You got your credit score, the loan to value, the lock, how long you're going to lock it for, the term, the fees. Folks, it's just not what's your rate. Please, if you're asking people what's going on there, you're missing out on a whole bunch of information that's way more important. So again, try to do the right thing. Call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-569-7283. That's 1-800-LOW-RATE. Definitely get the right people in front of you. What else do we have, gentlemen?
I just want to really comment on the whole rate issue. I mean, rates, we've said, week in and week out, rates are not going to zero. And if I get one more phone call for someone saying, I'm really holding out for that 3 3/4, guys, and I'm not quoting rates. If I can do it at 3 7/8, stop worrying about it. You're gambling with you're gambling with your biggest asset and your biggest investment, which is your home. You're not going to go play blackjack with that. Why would you do it with an interest rate? Just let me. Do you really care if you save $150 versus $170 a month?
Get it done. Get it done is the key.
Stop. I'm like even my friends in the industry. I'm so sick of. Well, what rate do you have today? Really, it's an eighth of a point.
Worse than that is I had a couple guys call me back this week, and they said, Harvey, I spoke to you 2-3 months ago, and I apologize. I'm coming back. I need your house.
Yeah.
I need your help on this because the house didn't appraise out. And I said, well, who was doing the appraisal? Sure enough, they're dealing with these out-of-state lenders I've never heard of, and who knows who they're sending to your house. We're looking at the appraisals, and they don't match. They're not good.
You can't Google lowest rates, click on the first thing that pops up, and go to that lender. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. It's not going to work.
Well, I've been on the sidelines here in this conversation only because it's really absurd. It's an absurd conversation, but we have to bring it to the forefront. The forefront is this. Listen, you have to have a relationship with somebody. You've got to call a reputable place. You have to go to somebody that has a team behind them and that's going to watch your back. It's plain and simple.
Make it easy on yourself.
We're at 12 and Pierce in Southfield. You can walk in, you can look me in the eye, you can shake my hand. I mean, I usually wear jeans.
That's easy.
We've been around for a few years, too. That always helps.
All right. We've got to go now, folks.
Here.
We've got Pat Caputo coming up with sports, social commentary all day long. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. For Alex Nafusi, Harry Glanz, I'm Harvey Freed. We'll see you next Saturday.
See you next week, baby.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
All across America, people are making the move to improve their TV and internet service by dropping satellite and switching to Xfinity, like Michelle and Martin.
The reason we left satellite was because they couldn't offer a really good internet package.
And now that you've switched?
The Xfinity internet service has been outstanding. It's been really fast, been very reliable. The streaming, the video is great.
I love Xfinity On Demand because there's a lot more options for my kids to watch.
What about the customer service?
Comcast customer service has improved a lot over the last few years. And the appointment windows are a lot shorter. It really helps our schedules.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Martin.